Hey y'all, welcome to I Be Wiggin'. I'm Sandy. Today I'm reviewing Stroke of Genius by Raquel Welch in the shade Shaded Sand RL1621SS. Stick around, you don't want to miss this one. Stroke of Genius is available at the Beauty Nook. Download their app to your device, and you can also shop www.thebeautynooklook.com and make sure to shop their live wig sales located on the app every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can use my code IBWiggin35 to save you 35% off of your first synthetic wig purchase. This wig, Stroke of Genius, is giving off those big Southern Belle style hair that you see in those pageants, and when you get the Dolly Parton hair that's just big and bouffant. It's giving off the retro vibes from Farrah Fawcett, retro to the 80s when I was in school. That stings a little. I am now retro, but whether or not I may have loved it then, I still love it now. I love the big voluminous hair, and you're going to get it with Stroke of Genius. Now, if big, voluminous, heavily layered is not something that you love and enjoy, then you might want to move on down the road. But if it is, Stroke of Genius is the wig for you. So I do want to, in the later of the video, I'm going to talk all about the style. And there are a few things that I am going to have to be upfront with you about this wig that I received. But let's talk about the shade. So this is RL1621SS, also known as Shaded Sand. Now, currently, as the date of the video, it is on wait list all across the board with Raquel Welch. Now, you can go on wait list and wait till it comes back in and get it that way. Or what I would do is I would get it in another shade and get it now and then put this shade on wait list, and then you have something to look forward to. I wouldn't miss out on Stroke of Genius just because this shade is on wait list. You want to back up for sure. But this is a medium sandy blonde base that has some golden blonde highlights, and then you have some of that lightest blonde that is throughout the wig, and it gives that gorgeous dimension. This is what I would classify as a blonde, where you have some of that blonde and you have some of that that brunette, not really a heavy brunette, just a dark sandy blonde. Now, if you love Shaded Biscuit and you want to go a little darker for the fall, then Shaded Sand is a great choice. It is on a medium brown root, and they put that lightest highlight at the lace front. Now, while we're here, let's talk about the lace front. It is, as always, beautiful, and it extends into the ear tabs, and it is on this left mono. There is a heavy banding of that light blonde on the lace front. It's thick. I mean, you see they've got a good amount of it right there in the front. Now, if you're not a fan of that, there is a way that you can disguise it. You can swoop the bangs down and wear it that way, and then it blends into the rest of the shade and just creates that dimension. Now, if you want to contour the wig and show off the lace, it's going to show more, but what you can do is take your fingers, swoop it through, mix it in with those other low lights and highlights, and it blends a little better that way to kind of take away that real thick banding. But it is there. Now, the perks of it is that it does lighten up your face, but there are ways to work with it, and I have noticed it on most of the shades on this style. Okay, so let's talk about the style. As I said, it is heavily layered. You've got this layer in front that is 8 inches. It is 11.5 inches at the side. I mean, you see all these distinct layers. You have at the back from the crown is 10, and then it is 9.5 inches at the back. The nape is 13.5, and then it is 5.7 ounces. It is a thick, luscious density. It does have a lot of hair, y'all. Now, it does not feel heavy to me, but that being said, I've worn wigs a long time, and it just doesn't, I can tell a difference if one wig is lighter than the other, but it's not something that I feel like this is so heavy it's going to give me a headache. It's not that type of density, but it is a lot of hair. You have the permatease that is here at the, and you can feel it, it's here at the sides, and it goes all the way at the back and meets at the other side. You don't have a lot at the crown area. It's just mainly here at the sides that allows you to get that really nice fullness and just take those layers and blend them so beautifully. It is your friend if you want a voluminous style, permatease is. So let's look at it on all sides, because I do want you to be able to see what it looks like in the back, because you do have that same layering all the way in the back. Now, if you want to smooth it down, if you don't want that real poofy look, then you absolutely can do that. Just take your wide tooth comb and just smooth it out and just smooth back those curls. What this looks like to me is they've taken some to resemble this style. What you would do is you would take some big hot rollers, put them all over your head, which I used to do years ago, walk around the house with my hot rollers, and then when you take it down, you have this gorgeous style with volume. You could also do this with a large barrel style curling iron. It's just big barrel type curls. I want to talk about the fibers. So this is a true to life heat friendly fiber, and as I've talked to you before with a heat friendly fiber, you can change the style. You can straighten it out, you can change the curls, and do lots of things with a heat friendly style. But there are times that you can receive a heat friendly style and those fibers feel dry. And I have to totally be upfront with y'all. I've purchased a lot of Raquel Welch wigs, and I've not experienced this in a long time. And what I mean is when I get the wig out of the box, and you know, your first thing that you do is rub your fingers through that hair and think, oh, it's so soft. Well, when I did that, I thought, uh-oh, this one is going to be a little problem, because it felt a little dry on the ends. I've only worn it once. I wore it to Walmart the other day, and as a testament to this kind of style though, with a heat-friendly style, a synthetic style, is that it remembers the style, the life of the wig. You're going to go out in the wind and the rain, and you're still going to have this beautiful voluminous style no matter what. As a matter of fact, when I was in Walmart that day, it was a little embarrassing. I had a woman yell at me across the aisle, "I love your hair." And I yelled back, "Well, thank you. I love it too." But that's the perks of a heat-friendly style, a synthetic style, is you will always have that beautiful style baked in. But it can be tricky with these fibers at times. And what I want to tell you is that I experienced it on this wig. Now, I wanted to find out if it was just me, my wig, or if other wig wearers that had purchased this style were experiencing it. So I messaged some friends who had bought shaded sand, shaded hazelnut, a few different shades. And the only ones that said that they experienced the dryness on the ends were the ones who purchased shaded sand. So I don't know if it's this batch of this shade and then the new batch that they make, that they send out the next time, will be better. I can't speak to that. All I can tell you is what I experienced on my wig. Every wig has variances in its color, its style, its shade. Sometimes it's fibers. That's what mine felt like. Hopefully you won't experience that, but I did want to make you aware and put that out there. If you purchase this wig, when you get it, I can't say if yours will be the same. But what I can say is there are ways to fix it. I love this style, so I'm going to work with this wig just because of that. And it's really easily fixed, and there are a few ways that you can do that, and I'm going to go through them. The first thing that you can do is, and where I've experienced it, is on the ends, and that's typically where you'll find it. Let me let you get a look at it before I do anything to it. It just has those little frayed ends. That's what you're going to see, those little frayed ends. And then when you feel it, it just has a thickness to it. It's like they're clumping together. So what you want to do is get you a small section. Do this section here. And with this, when I'm combing a heat-friendly synthetic fiber, I always use a wide tooth comb. But when I'm doing this, I do use a smaller tooth comb, and I use a detangler first. Make sure that you use some kind of detangler and get the tangles out. Because when it's this kind of texture, it does tangle. So you'll do that, and then I'll put my tool on 280. This is the Lange Le Duo, and it has the metal plates in it. I think they're titanium plates, and then it has the vents on the edge, on the outside of the barrel, that have cool vents that cool sets it. So I will put the fan on, and I have it on 280. And then I just swipe the ends. Now the good thing about this style is it's not that beach wave that you have to duplicate. The ends are fairly easy to duplicate and to mimic. So all you're going to do is go down the style. You'll hear that sizzle. May see a little steam come off. That's okay, because it's essentially what it's doing. It's steaming it. And I always do about 3 swipes. And then once you do that, you just want to hold it for a few seconds until it cool sets. And then it feels smooth. It's back to the way it feels when you get it right out of the box. Let me just smooth it a little bit more. So I didn't like the shape of that. There we go. Now I'll take my wide tooth comb, and you see the difference in it now after I treated it with the heating tool. Now at this point, what you would want to do is get some Envy Renew and Repair. That's available at the Beauty Nook, or you can use Simply Styling. Now if you use this, you just want to get a little bit on the tips of your fingers because it's very, very oily, and just treat the ends and go through it that way. You don't want to do this every time that you wear the wig because it does create a buildup. But this is just like a good treatment on those ends when they're that dry. As a daily, turn this off. As a daily treatment, I would use the Aesthetica wig mist. You can spray it on the nape and on the ends, and it won't create a heavy buildup on the wig. So if this doesn't do it, but I feel like it will because you can see it just took care of the problem right away, you can use this as another resort. You can use the bamboo silicone mix. It's available at Amazon, and it is just this yellow mix. And what I will do is wet the ends of the wig and then scoop that out, and treat the ends. And then you don't want to get any of that on the cap because it will damage your cap, and then just put it inside that bag. And you can leave it there for a couple of hours, or I have put it in there and left it overnight just to really soak in and coat those fibers. And this will absolutely treat the ends of the wig and should just fix them up real good. Your other option is to trim it. Now, to me, that's the last resort. I'm not going to trim it until it is at the end of the wig, and because that's where most of the damage occurs, is at the ends and around the nape area. This up here tends to be fine because it's not creating any friction anywhere. It's always at the ends. So you can get your scissors and trim it up, and then because you've got this layering, it will create a really cute style, almost similar to some of the other styles that we've seen on Raquel Welch, like unfiltered and styles like that. So this one can be trimmed because it has all of those distinct layers. But I did want to make you aware of what I experienced with my stroke of genius. But I love it, and it's easily fixed. Stroke of Genius is an average size cap with an extended lace front that is sewn into the felt lined ear tabs. They also have some fibers that are sewn into the end of that lace to create that natural off the face styling. It is a left mono part. There is permatease in Stroke of Genius. It is on the Memory 2 cap, and there is the stretch that you see. It features the Velcro strap adjusters that you can adjust in or pull out to meet your circumference, and it has the extended nape. You see a little bit of that pre-tease back here at the bottom of the nape of Stroke of Genius. Y'all, I had so much fun reviewing Stroke of Genius, and I can guarantee you it's going to make my list of top 10 favorite wigs in 2022. If you want to purchase Stroke of Genius, head on over to the Beauty Nook app, and you can also find it on www.thebeautynooklook.com, and make sure that you shop the live wig sales every Friday night located on the Beauty Nook app. Sometimes they feature the brand new Being Naturals human hair line exclusive to the Beauty Nook, as well as new synthetic styles and sometimes clearance sale items. There's always something fun and exciting and great deals on that live wig sale. Make sure that you use my code IBWiggin35 to save you 35% off of your first synthetic wig purchase. Thanks so much for watching, and before you go, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. That way you never miss any of my wig related content. Thanks so much. I'll see you again next time. Bye.